Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use filters and parameters to color code the beams. To start with, there are two different types of filters. There are rule-based filters and selection filters. I personally use rule-based filters to create my drawings, but I'm going to show you how to use both. So to start with, I want to get a quick reminder of myself that these center beams in here are 14 by 342. That is because we're going to be using that size in my rule-based filter. So, in filter and rule-based filter, I'm going to create new. I'm going to name these center beams. And this is going to be structural framing. And when I click filter by, I'm going to choose type name, and when that equals 14 by 342, this means that now all beams that are 14 by 342 are going to be marked as a center beam in this filter. So I'm going to click apply and OK. Now you might not see anything yet, but in order to see that the filter work, we're going to go to Visibility and Graphics, also in the View tab, and we go to Filters, and I want to add my center beam filter, and I can go to Lines. I want to override the default settings. So if we go to Weight, let's make the weight 4. Color, I'm going to make these green because that's what they were in the last drawing, but you can choose any color you want. And I want these to be solid. And if we apply, yeah, we already see right here. Now all of the beams that were already 14 by 342 are green. You can also change, the filler, the transparency, anything you really want in the visibility settings you can change, but for now I'm just going to change the lines so that we can see that they worked. And then you could repeat this process, so I'm going to show you how to do the same thing here as well. This is 14 by 283. And I want a new filter. In the rule-based, let's call these outer beams. Again, these are going to be structural framing. Filter by, type name. That's just what I chose to filter these by, but again, there's lots of different options here. If you decide that I want to filter by, whatever, there's plenty of options here. You can make these personal for whatever works best for your group. I'm just showing you how to create a filter, and this is what I did for my drawings, and these were 14 by 257, I actually forget, which is bad, but I'm going to click apply. Okay, because I can always change it later, so yep, I was wrong. That's 14 by 283. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to filters. You can always easily edit your filter, so I'm going to go back to outer beams, 14 by 283. Yes, that's 14 by 283. So now I can go back to visibility, filter, add outer beams, and I'm going to make the lines purple like they were in the last drawing. I'm going to set the weight to 4 again. And yes, we can already see that they're purple here. And that is how you use a rule-based filter. Now to show you how that would look on next floor, let's just go to level 2 now. All these beams are the same type, so theoretically these shelves should be the same color. So if we just go to visibility and graphics, you do have to set these filters for every floor, but you're probably going to be only showing drawings for these first 5 floors, so you're going to only be doing it maybe 5 times. So add the filter, and you notice that the filters you already created are going to pop up on these next floors. So you have to do is click center beams, add, and I'm going to make them the same. I'm going to make them green again. apply, and there we go. They are dotted here, but we can change that pattern to solid, apply, and yes, now they are solid lines. You can change it back to dotted too if you want. Again, it's all personal preference. I'm just showing you how to set it up for your group. So that's why I like rule-based filters, is that these will apply to the following floors. All you have to do is change the filters, but now I'll show you how to do a selection filter. To start, I'm going to show you how to do it on level 3. So the way a selection filter works is, it's sort of in the title, you just select all the beams you want in a single filter. So I'm going to go ahead and selecting all of these right here. And I just want structural framing. Now I'm going to click Save, and I'm going to name this selection Select Center Beams. Okay. And now I can show you, if I click Edit, you'll see that that is now already in the selection filters. So I'm going to exit out of that, because now what I can do is go to Visibility and Graphics, Filters, Add, Select Center Beams, and I would edit these just as I would with the rule-based. I'm going to turn them green. And yes, that is how a selection filter works. I now already have these. But now the difference is with selection and rule-based, say I want to go to level 4, and I want to add these filters here, go to Visibility and Graphics, add it. See, I can go to Select Center Beams here and I can pull it up, but if I go to edit them, say I want to make them all green again, you'll see they didn't change. That's because these select center beams are not going to go floor to floor. They're not going to be the same center beams all the way up. You will have to reselect them for every single floor that you want to have a different color. That is why I prefer rule-based filters, because once you create a rule-based filter, no matter what type it is, no matter how you choose to filter it, it will show up on every single floor. You will have to change the filters and the appearance for every floor, but you shouldn't have to do that too often. But again, it is personal preference. If you want to select them, if you have whatever issues with the rule-based filters, that's fine. I'm just here to guide you in the right direction on getting started on how to use rule-based filters and how to begin color coding your beams. Yeah, you can see them right there with using the rule-based filter, but that is how you get started. I'm not going to repeat these for every beam because how you choose to do them is your personal preference.